Hello and welcome to Let's Play Tomb Raider on the Sony Playstation. I'm using my capture card for this one because I couldn't get the emulator to work properly. Either the ISO image wouldn't load, or if it did, the music wouldn't work. So I'm using my real PlayStation and my original copy of Tomb Raider for this. The one that came in the double disc box for some reason, even though Tomb Raider is a single disc game. This playthrough is going to be 100%. I'm going to get all the items, all the secrets, and I'm not going to die. Even if I wanted to use save states, which I can't, I wouldn't use them. Los Alamos, New Mexico. Yeah, because I'm using a real PlayStation, so no save states, even if I wanted to, which I don't. I'm going to try and do one level per video. This video, the first one, is going to have the Lara's home training level in it. Yeah. I did say I was going to do Creature of Havoc next, but I will do that either concurrently with this or after this. At the moment I just want to play Tomb Raider, so that's how it is. Imperial Hotel, Calcutta, present day.
What's a man gotta do to get that kind of attention from you?
It's hard to say exactly, but you seem to be doing fine.
Well, great. Though truth is, it ain't me that wants you.
Oh?
No, Miss Jacqueline Natla does, from Natla Technologies. You know, creator of all things bright and beautiful.
Seal it, Larson.
Ma'am.
Feast your eyes on this, Lara. How does that make your wallet rumble?
I'm sorry. I only play for sport.
Then you'll like a big park. Peru, vast mountain ranges to cover, sheer walls of ice, rocky crags, savage winds, and there's this little trinket. An age-old artifact of mystical power is buried in the unfound tomb of Qualapec. That's my interest. You could leave tomorrow. Are you busy tomorrow?
Yeah, so even when the emulator worked, the music just would not... It would not work. I mean, the music just would not play. And you can't play this game without the music. Speaking for myself, at least, because I love the music of this game. I first played this on the Sega Saturn back in, I think, 2001. And in those days, I didn't have a save battery or a backup cartridge for the Saturn, and all I could do was Lara's home and the first level over and over again because I couldn't save it. This is the demo, by the way. I didn't get the PlayStation version until a few years later, and it's still the version that I have right now. I'm using right now the double disc, or rather the double disc case version, even though it only has one disc in it. Where there would be another disc, they're just like a disc holder, but without the bit in the middle to hold a disc, so it's completely redundant. I don't know why they released it in a double disc case when it only has one disc. But yeah, I had this copy for years and years. This is my copy of Tomb Raider. I also have a platinum version, I think, somewhere or other. Yeah, so this is the demo. Yeah, as I said, it's going to be one level per video. This video is going to have the training level in it. The Saturn version is exactly the same game as far as I'm aware, but the graphics are a little bit worse. But yeah, it's pretty much the same game though. I had good fun on that, completed the Saturn version when I eventually could save it, and then got the PlayStation version. So yeah, and let's have a look at the controls. L2 and R2 are step left and step right respectively. L1 is look, R1 is walk, triangle is draw weapon, square is jump, circle is roll. Roll is a really important move, I'll talk about that later. X is action. And that's that. Yeah, absolutely adore this music. I've listened to this music over and over again. There are some that say the Tomb Raider 2 music's better, but it's just this is the original one. The Tomb Raider 2 is sort of derivative of this, and this music is, in my opinion, heavenly. It's it's one of the reasons why I love this game. Obviously, Duke Nukem Time to Kill was inspired by this. The controls and everything were inspired by this. This is the original action platformer for the 3D age, if you like, for the Saturn and PlayStation. Later the PC version. It has good sound effects. It makes it feel more sort of lonely. There's sort of like wind sound effects in the background. I really like it, but I don't have the PC version, and the graphics are obviously better as well because it looks smooth. It's less pixelated, but I'd rather play the PlayStation version just because, in my opinion, the PC version, because you're allowed to save anywhere, like Tomb Raider 2 on the PlayStation or the PC or whatever, it sort of makes the game too easy. In this version, the Saturn version, you get these save crystals and you can only use them once, and they're located in certain spots, and you have to use them wisely. In the PC version, you can save anywhere and however many times you want, just like Tomb Raider 2 on the PlayStation. That made Tomb Raider 2 a bit too easy as well, in my opinion. But yeah, this is a little bit harder than the PC version because of that. Anyway, like I said, we're going to be doing Lara's home first. Let's go. Tomb Raider 3, they obviously thought Tomb Raider 2 was a bit too easy, so they made it so that you can only save at certain points, but you have to collect save crystals. You don't have to use them when you get them, you know. But it wasn't like the original, this game. Anyway, this is Lara's home. You can't go outside in this one, only inside.
Welcome to my home. I'll take you on a guided tour.
Yes, this is not a DualShock.
Use the D-pad to go into the music room.
Yeah, this is not a DualShock game. You can't use. I don't think you can use the. Yeah, so if I turn the analog on, it says there's no control. It won't recognise the analog control sticks thing. You have to use the D-pad for this. It's an original game. Now, interestingly, as I said, there's no way you can go outside in this Tomb Raider game. In later Tomb Raider games, you can go outside. So it always amused me when I first played this. I saw that if you look out the window, you can see that the outside graphics, they're really just like it's really just a room with a wall that looks outside. It rather looks sort of like with outside graphics, so it's not really outside per se. It's just a room that you can't go to with sort of bits on the wall that look outside, a bit like Ape Escape. Although I think Ape Escape was intentionally like that in the training area and the save area of the game Ape Escape. You've seen my videos of that, where it's outside, but it's supposed to look outside, but it's really just a room. That's like that, and always when I first played this, it really amused me. I was like, it's not really outside, it's just a room, and that's that. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll be able to have another look, have a better look at that in a bit, I think. Anyway, so the controls now. If you press square, that's jump. Although we'll go through that in a bit. Press triangle if you have weapons to draw them. R1 is walk. L1 is look around and just use that. Circle, it immediately makes you face the other way, and that's really important. And if you jump, instead of landing really slowly, if you fall down from somewhere, then press circle, then it immediately cancels the landing animation and saves time. So that's important for later. Yes, there's not much to do in here. There's a fireplace. This is Lara's bedroom. Anyway, let's go to the next area. I think you can jump on there. Come on. There we go. Can we get a better view of the outside room area? Sort of. Yeah, so in later Tomb Raider games you're allowed to go outside, but not in this one. There's not much to do in Lara's home in this game.
Okay, let's do some tumbling. Press the jump button. Now press it again and quickly press one of the directions, and I'll jump that way.
Okay. And that's that. Okay, should be able to get a better view of the outside here. Yeah, this one's a bit better. Yeah, so you can see it's sort of like a wall sort of thing outside. You can see it's like a sort of wall outside with outside graphics. As you can see, it's like an outside room. It's not really outside per se, if you notice. So that's that. It still looks pretty nice though for the time it was in. Whoops. Yeah, that's a piano for some reason that she has in her training room. I've no idea why. Maybe she likes to have some music, play some music in the middle of jumping around. Yeah. Now in this game, apparently they couldn't get Lara's ponytail to where they couldn't sort the graphics out of that, so she has no ponytail. Even though in the cutscene she does, but here she doesn't. They couldn't sort that out, apparently. So that's that. That's why she doesn't have a ponytail. Yeah, you can't do that. There's a harp as well for some reason. No, you can't jump on there. Anyway, let's go to the next room now.
Ah, the main hall. Sorry about the crates. I'm having some things put into storage and the delivery people haven't been yet.
Number of times I've heard that. Anyway, so there's a suit of armour there and a door which I can't go into. Now, her voice actress in Tomb Raider 2, it sounds a lot more posh. In this one, it sounds a little bit like... There's this awful soap opera based in a hospital in this country called Casualty, and there used to be this nurse back in the 90s. I think one of her storylines was that she got an abortion. That was one of her... I don't know why I remember that, but that was one of her storylines. And in my opinion, she sounds exactly like that the actress that played that nurse. I've always thought that. Well, in this game anyway, she sounds exactly like that actress. If you've seen Casualty, if you have, you must agree it is awful. The acting is terrible, and if you haven't, then please do not watch Casualty. It is absolutely horrendous rubbish. But anyway, yeah, we used to watch it. Well, my mum used to watch it, so by default, I used to watch it as well. Anyway,
Run up to a crate, and while still pressing forward, press action, and I'll vault up onto it.
yeah. So she's talking about this. There we go, and that's that. Ah, the main hall. Yeah, there's nothing there if you see it. It's black on the ground. In the outside room, as I like to call it. Same one. Okay. Yeah, just go past there. There we go.
This used to be the ballroom, but I've converted. I don't actually run everywhere. When I want to be careful, I walk.
I'm gonna have to quit.
Hold.
I'm gonna restart the level because I missed what she said. Annoying, I know, but that's just how it is. I want to hear everything that she says.
Welcome to my home. Use the D-pad to go into the music room.
There's no run button in this Tomb Raider game, so you can't run anywhere. But if you
Okay, let's do some tumbling.
no, that's not.
Press the jump button. Ah, the main
If
hall.
you jump,
Sorry about the crates. I'm having some things put into storage and the delivery people haven't been yet.
hard up. Anyway, if you jump while running, then she moves slightly faster. That's why in a lot of speed runs you see people jumping
Run
all
up
the
to a
time.
crate, and while still pressing forward, press action, and I'll vault up onto it.
Do something, you will. Right. Yeah, so everything in this game is based around blocks. So I'm going to say this because I've always thought I was going to say this when I first played this game, or rather when I did a video of this game. Welcome to Blockland. Everything is based around blocks. The jumping, the running, everything. So if you notice what I did there, if I walk one step forward and I try to do this, it won't work. But if I stand exactly one block back, then it will work. Everything in this game is measured in blocks and squares. So this crate on which I'm standing is one block or one square. And if you want to do a running jump, you have to have at least two. You have to have at least 2 blocks of running distance. No, at least 1 block of running distance. Sorry. So everything is based around blocks. Just remember that when you play this.
This used to be the ballroom, but I've converted it into my own personal gym. What do you think? Well, let's do some exercises.
Good, right.
I don't actually run everywhere. When I want to be careful, I walk. Hold down the walk button and walk to the white line.
Yes, ma'am.
With the walk button down, I won't fall off even if you try to make me. Go on, try it.
Okie dokie.
If you want to look around, press and hold the look button. Then press in the direction you want to look.
Fantastic.
If a jump is too far for me, I can grab the ledge and save myself from a nasty fall. Walk to the edge with the white line until I won't go any further. Then press jump immediately, followed by forward, and while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button.
The action button. This thing, for some reason, there are people who don't say button, they actually say button. I've no idea why people do that. It has T's, it's button. Right. It isn't button. Anyway. And she's talking about this, so grab on, and then she does that. There we go.
Press forward and I'll climb up.
Okay, just want to see what's out of this window. There's the outside room. There it is. Actually looks quite nice. There's a few basic graphics and it's a bit pixelated because you're not supposed to. Well, you can't really go out there, but yeah, there's the outside room. There's the wall, a bit pixelated. There's the other side. There's a tree on the wall. It's like a sort of pretend outside, but it is a room. It's an outside room, not real outside graphics. Okay, let's go up here again. Oh yeah, we need to go on the next one. 3.
If I do a running jump, I can make a jump like that, no problem.
Okay.
Walk to the edge with the white line until I stop. Then let go of walk and tap backwards to give me a run up. Press forward and almost immediately press and hold the jump button. I won't actually jump until the last minute.
Yes, this is what I mean by a block. You need at least 1 block's worth of running distance if you want to do a running jump. Like this. There you go. Okay, next.
Right, this is a really big one. So do a running jump exactly as before, except while I'm in the air, press and hold the action button to make me grab the ledge.
Action button.
Nice.
Nice indeed. Okay. Let's have a look outside. We will go outside in the next game, maybe. I don't know if I can be bothered to do that. But there's the outside room. It's not really outside. It's a room. It's actually pretend outside. It's like living in a pretend place, like on the Truman Show or something. The outside graphics are just walls. That's what it's all about. Here's another one. I want to see dem titties. Come on, Lara, show me dem titties. Yeah, there's actually a good place to see dem titties in the next room, but I'll show you that in a bit. If that's your thing, of course.
Try to vault up here.
If-
Press forward and hold action.
If pointy titties are your thing. Okay, so
I can't climb up because the gap is too small. But press right and I'll shimmy sideways until there is room. Then press forward. Tap backwards and I'll jump off backwards. Immediately press and hold the action button and I'll grab the ledge on the way down.
hey, she didn't say button, she actually said button for once. Right. Okay, that's that. Right. Let's look at these suits of armour. They're those things, you know, that have those boxes that they have in drama studios at school.
Let's go for a swim.
That no one knows where they come from.
The jump button and the directions move me around underwater.
Okay, so when you get out of the water, that's the end of the level. That's the end of the training level. You know, this is a good spot to see dem titties. So there's a better one. Come on, there we are. There we are. Come on, Lara, let's see dem titties. Right. Yeah, oh, that was a goodie. Yep. Here we are. There we are. So yeah, there she is. I always think she looks really, really surprised. So, and there's those pointy titties. Look at them. Look at the angle on that. You could use it as a set square. Anyway, that's that. So that's where you want to go if you want to see them. If you want to see Lara really close up. Hintity hint hint. Right. Okay. So. Anyway, when you go in the water, you can swim around, and then when you come out again, that will be the end of the training level. Okay, so let's go. Now you can actually do a swan dive. I think if you hold R1 and then press square, yeah, there we go. You can actually die here if you drown. Like if you let the air bar thing go all the way to the bottom, then the health starts going down, and you can actually die. It's the only way you can die in the training area. So that's that.
Air. Just use forward and left and right to manoeuvre around on the surface. Press jump to dive down for another swim about, or go to the edge and press action to climb out.
There is one other thing you can do. You can do a handstand when you jump up something. I'll see if I can show you that. Yeah, so press R1 again and then climb out.
Right. Now I'd better take off these wet clothes.
No, it didn't work. I'll show you later. Anyway, that's the training level. Okay, so in the next video I'll be doing the first level. So thanks for watching and goodbye.